Rhonda or Jonathan? Who will be evicted, finishing in 7th place? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All Stars. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All Stars. It's day 79 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Brazil was the head of household. She nominated Rhonda and JoJo for eviction, but JoJo won the Golden Power Veto in the Big Brother Bank Heist Golden Power Veto competition, chose to use it on himself, and Brazil nominated Jonathan in his place, which means in just moments Rhonda or Jonathan will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 5 house and become the 5th member of the jury, joining Joanne, Kat, Chad, and Eitan. Who will it be? We'll find out shortly. But first, there has been a lot of speculation as to what the twist is. It's been, I think every house guest remaining has been asking me repeatedly what it is, or asking me questions to try and get clues, and I'm like, I don't know. And I'll admit it's entertaining, but at the end of the day, if you don't know what it is, just play the best game that you possibly can, because that's all you can do. You can't let it bother you if you don't know what it is. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Rhonda did message me. Oh, and by the way, Rhonda, I don't know if she allowed, because I didn't specifically ask her, I won't reveal details, but somebody who's close to Rhonda had a surgery yesterday and it went very well. So we're all very happy for you, Rhonda. She, on Monday, created a group chat, and everybody knows about it, so it's out in the open. She created a group chat with everybody except Jonathan and Curtis. It was called Voting Day, and she said this. Hello, a select few. I'm putting this out there because I feel that the person that is sitting on the block with me is playing both alliances, and before you vote, it might be a good idea to read the text I got from Curtis. I know we are not allowed screenshots, so I will copy and paste. I have no reason to lie or to change his text, so take it and do whatever you want with it. But I just thought it was my duty to expose two-sided players. Below you will find the exact text copied and pasted that I received from Curtis. Hello there, Rhonda. It's me, Curtis, from South Africa. Just a heads up, I've been aligned with Jonathan since day one, so I've got to stay loyal and keep him. Been a pleasure playing with you, and if you do end up staying, good luck the rest of the way. My reply, thanks, Curtis. I respect you as a player and a very nice young man. Not like Brenda. I've enjoyed playing with you and hope one day to do it again. And that was it. Everybody then said thank you, and that was the end of that. But basically, Rhonda is saying that Jonathan, or she's accusing Jonathan of playing both sides, sort of dipping into the Chantal JoJo side and the Nicole Brazil Curtis side. Obviously, the two sides are not as ingrained. This is not one of those seasons where this side of the house hates that side of the house, and the lines are drawn in the sand, and it's, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, like it was in season 2. There are sides, but I definitely think there is posturing from just about everybody to a certain degree. And while certain players may be, on the ends of the spectrum, while others may be more in the middle, it's definitely a very fluid final 7. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. This vote will be a testament to how well of the game Jonathan's been playing and how well of a game Rhonda's been playing, and to where we sort of stand overall. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Okay, last but not least, before we get to the eviction, reminder, house guests, there is a special competition happening tomorrow. Newsflash for all you viewers. Special competition happening tomorrow, Thursday, Details will be in the episode tomorrow, and the competition will take place throughout the day and will end at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, and that's all I can say about that. Okay, now it's time to get to the eviction. So Rhonda, Jonathan, your house guests have been voting, and I have the results. When I reveal the results of the eviction vote, the evicted house guests will have about 10 minutes to say his or her goodbyes, gather their belongings before I kick you the fuck out of the Facebook group chat. Okay, here we go. And Chad is very much looking forward to one of you coming, by the way. Here we go. By a vote of 4-0, Rhonda, you are evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 5 house. As it is written, so it shall be done. Rhonda, you will always be an all-star. For now, sashay away. Rhonda, you should be... Rhonda, you should be so proud of yourself. You... At your age, coming in as a transit operator, which seems to be a curse nowadays, coming into an all-star cast with some cutthroat players, making it all the way to 7th place out of 16. You won a clutch veto in the double eviction when you had to. You won a head of household, which unfortunately, if it wasn't for the Diamond Power veto, would have been a successful week. And possibly the person sitting next to you on the block would have gone that week, although... we'll never know. I also think it was a very good attempt at the last minute to sort of throw Jonathan under the bus with that group. And unfortunately, it just didn't work out for you. If it makes you feel any better, the final 6, which is now all of season 3, Chantel, Jojo, Jonathan, Nicole, and Brazil and Curtis from season 4, have been in an alliance called Brian for about a month now, or more. It's been a long time. And now that they're the final 6, I can reveal that it's out in the open. Or it's not going to affect what happens for the rest of the game. So, yeah. So, I mean, the writing was on the wall that at some point you were going to be going, Rhonda. But like I said, for you to make it this far, with all the obstacles against you, being one of 3 transit operators, being older, not as technologically inclined, being a transit operator, it's so impressive. Yeah, you didn't get to your 5th place placement that you had in 2nd place, but I think this was your best showing. I think you played the game the hardest this time. You learned from your mistakes in the past, and you built connections, and if it wasn't for certain circumstances, you might have stayed this week. So I think this was your best showing. And in season 2, you were evicted in 5th place on day 76. You were evicted here on day 79. So you made it 3 more days in this season. So in terms of the number of days, you beat season 2. And if I do the math, because you played in season 3, you might be the house guest who played the most number of days. You were evicted. Let me just... I don't have it on me. You were 10th place? 9, 6, 7. That's 5. You were evicted week 7, I believe. Yeah, it was on Caitlin's HOH? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, because that was the rogue vote week. So you were evicted day 51, if I'm correct. Plus 77 plus 79. Jojo, quick math, go. 160 minus 3, 157, 51. 208. Is that right? 160 minus 3 is 157 plus 51. 208 days. I'm going to have to do the math, but I think you're going to be the house guest who played the most number of days. I believe. So, assuming that's true. If not, you're up there. You're 2nd or 3rd place. But, yeah, incredible job. Well done. Your next goal in Big Brother Cheesecake is to get certain transit operators to finally play. Robert, Kelly, Hector Casanova, Johnny Vegas, Loud John. Oh, John. Who else? There are some others. Like, get to work, Rhonda. That's your next goal. But, and I'm very happy that Rhonda actually almost didn't play this season. She almost said no because of her personal circumstance with her family member who was sick and needed surgery. And kind of funny how the day you were evicted or the day the votes were cast against you was the same day that surgery happened. So it's almost as if the game sort of eclipsed the time frame that you were nervous and anxious about your family member who was sick. And now the surgery went well. And so now the game is over, but you can now move on happy with that personal issue going away. So it's almost like that sort of cloud was lifted in this time because of me. Okay, so, and I believe, let me just quickly, 1 second. I believe Rhonda was on Lindsay's team. Yes. So Lindsay's team just has Curtis and Nicole left. Nick has Jonathan, Brazil, Chantel, Jojo. It's not over yet, but it's looking good for Team Nick. Okay, as for the vote, I definitely have thoughts on this vote, but I can't say what they are because it would literally what I want to say, I can't, and I know I can't. So I've learned finally. But hopefully Nick and or Lindsay is thinking the exact same thing I am, and I can telepathically tell them, and maybe they'll say what I'm thinking. If not, I will say it once certain events have transpired. But it was definitely interesting, this vote. Okay, now it's time to get to the next head of household competition. Free from the threat of eviction, the head of household wins the perks of his or her private HOH bedroom and bathroom, a fruit basket with Arby's, including a mint shake, and the letter from home, did I say that? And the responsibility of nominating 2 of his or her fellow houseguests for eviction. Brazil is outgoing head of household. You're not eligible to compete. This head of household competition is called Big Brother Entree Survey Part 3. I said the rules yesterday, I hope, that you had to... we were going in order, and you would have to submit what you thought the average score of each entree was, and then decide whether to stay or fold. For the purpose of the episode, I'm going to say first who said stay and fold, and then the scores of the people who said stay. Simply because there's no point in me giving you a whole bunch of numbers if half the people folded, and it might confuse the people who are just listening. So the house guests did have to put the score first and then stay fold. I'm going to say it backwards. Okay, is everybody ready? Let's begin. First up, we have Spinach and 4-cheese lasagna. Nicole, Curtis, and Jojo stayed. Nicole, 10.40. Curtis, 10.20. Jojo, 9.46. The correct answer is 10.61, which means Nicole gets a point and Jojo is eliminated. Next, fettuccine Alfredo. Curtis and Rhonda stayed. Curtis, 11.20. Rhonda, 11.55. The correct answer is 11.23. Curtis gets a point and Rhonda is eliminated. So Curtis and Nicole each have 1. Next, Mediterranean vegetarian pasta. Okay. Some gifts about how this took too long. It took 9.5 hours. Everybody's schedule has been different. This season has been fantastic, but scheduling conflicts this season have kind of sucked. But that's life. It is what it is. For this one, everyone folded except Curtis, who said 12.90, and he was closest, 12.77. Curtis 2, Nicole 1, Chantel and Jonathan 0. Next, shrimp scampi. Yummy. I love shrimp scampi. Let's see here. Nicole was the only one who stayed. She stayed with 10.24, but the correct answer was 9.54. Jonathan would have won the point if he stayed. Curtis and Nicole 2. Chantel and Jonathan 0. Next, cilantro ranchero steak medallions. Everyone folds except Jonathan. who said 10.21. The correct answer, 11.38. Nicole with 11.11 would have gotten the point. And Jonathan was the person furthest away, and he got a point. Curtis and Nicole, 2. Jonathan, 1. Chantel, 0. Next, filet mignon. Everyone folds except Jonathan again with 8.41. He gets the point. Nicole, 7.75. 7.23 was the right answer. Again, she would have had the point. So, wow. Nicole, you need to believe in yourself more. Curtis, Nicole, Jonathan, 2. Chantel, 0. Next question is fish and chips. I've never had that at Cheesecake Factory. I eat fish and chips at an actual fish and chips place soon. Let's see here. Chantel and Nicole stayed. Chantel, 8.36. Nicole, 8.43. Very close. The correct answer, 8.69. Nicole gets the point. Chantel is eliminated. Nicole, 3. Curtis, Jonathan, 2. Next, Cajun shrimp and chicken gumbo. Curtis is the only one who stayed with 10.73. He was closest, 9.85. Nicole and Curtis, 3. Jonathan, 2. Next, Branzino with lemon butter. Nicole is the only one who stayed with 10.85. The correct answer, 10.30. She was the closest. Nicole, 4. Curtis, 3. Jonathan, 2. Next, miso salmon, which in the first Q&A competition, one of the true answers was miso salmon had the exact same score as shrimp scampi. And that was true. Shrimp scampi was 9.54. Miso salmon was 9.54. One person picked up on that. Nicole and Jonathan stayed. Nicole, if she gets this right, she wins. Nicole says 9.54, which means Nicole, congratulations, you are the new head of household. Brazil, please hand over the key to the HOH bedroom to Nicole. Nicole, you have until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to privately message me your 2 nominees and a reason why. So, who will Nicole nominate for eviction? Find out tomorrow. And what will be the rules to the special competition? Friday, I don't know. Saturday, I don't know. Sunday, I don't know. Monday, I don't know. Tuesday, I don't know. Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 5 house and lose their shot at the $500 Cheesecake Factory gift card. And join Joanne, Kat, Chad, Eitan, and Rhonda in the jury house. I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Take care, and remember, when baking a cake for your partner, the first ingredient is love. Good night.